I've got the recipe for you. This dip is just amazing. It just melts in your mouth. Ooh, bon appetit. Hey everybody, I'm Vera Stewart and welcome to the VeryVera Show. I'm joining you today from Port Royal, South Carolina, near Beaufort, and we are at the Farmers Market. My husband and I, as you may know, have a home down here and we come as often as possible. We always check out the Farmers Market. So today I'm going to be catching up with two of my favorite vendors. We're going to start with Fire and Rice. The aroma is fantastic. Then we're going to go see Denise at Yummy Buns, those delicious cinnamon rolls, and she joined me a couple of years ago on the show. But the star of the show today is Chef Hank Yaden from All About Crab, and we're going to do two great recipes. We're going to start with the Charleston crab dip that is creamy, delicious, has two secret ingredients, and then his now famous Mile High crab cake, seared in butter. They're phenomenal. We're going to do a biscuit bowl in Vera's Corner today. So in 8 years I've never filmed in the Low Country. Let's go have some fun. Oh my goodness, just look at that paella, unbelievable. Walter's on the heat. I've got Annabelle here from Fire and Rice. Tell us about it.
Okay, that paella pan will feed 50 people. In a few minutes, Walt will put the peas on and it'll be all done. We are mobile caterers. We're totally independent. We can cook anywhere, on the beach, on your boat, in your backyard. We're happy to come and take care of your paella parties for you.
All right, check them out on their website. All right, so I'm at my favorite booth, Yummy Buns with Denise, and those of you that have been watching the show for a while will remember that a couple of seasons ago, Denise joined me on the show, and she actually shared the recipe.
I did.
We just had the best time that day.
We did. We were in the studio. We made the rolls. It was fantastic.
It really was. So you've got a lot of growth here. Tell us about your products.
Okay, at the farmers market and on my website, which is yummybunsbakery.com, you can always find cinnamon rolls, and we have savory rolls, we have sweet rolls. We've branched out and we do these giant quarter-pound cookies.
Look at those things.
Oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip, and people just love them. We've got granola, and we also do galettes, and I've also got sweet things and savory things. We've got the spinach and cheese rolls. We've got the artichoke galettes. People just love it all.
Well, and so you've got everything from entree all the way to dessert. All right, Denise, thank you. We're going to head down and meet Hank. What a way to spend a Saturday. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Vera.
And I'm here with my good friend, Chef Hank Yaden, All About Crab here today. And you know, Hank, you baited me. You made me come into this booth and buy one of those crab cakes, and it was history after that. It was amazing. So tell me, how did you end up in the Low Country?
Well, it all started back in 1983, where I met my bride, Miss Wanda, who is right behind us, and she took me to, we went to North Charleston first, and then, let's see, roll forward about a couple hundred years, we ended up in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Oh my
for about
goodness.
3 years.
Well, how do you come up with the flavors that you put in your food? I know crab is the main ingredient, but what about the other flavors?
Well, you know, one of the things, some of the most popular flavors come from one of the original recipes that I have used for over 30 years, and it's a lot of the local ingredients, especially with my she crab soup and my crab cakes. And it's great to pick local flavors, and a lot of the flavors in my cooking come from this market that we're at right now.
Did you say she crab soup?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I sure did, and I happen to have a cup for you right here.
Oh my goodness, okay. Well, tell me about this recipe.
Okay, well, this recipe is actually one of the original recipes that was created by a butler in 1903.
1903, that was before I was born.
That's right. For actually a dinner party that they were having for the President of the United States. And do you know who the President of the United States was in 1903?
President Taft?
That's right, that's right.
I got it.
So, long story short, he went crabbing that day, and he caught some female crabs, and he used the crab roe to go into the soup to give it flavor, and also added the sherry and the cream.
It is amazing.
Now, the one thing that they add now is they add a little Old Bay and some fresh mace to the recipe. However, he didn't use Old Bay. You know why?
Why?
As it wasn't invented
It wasn't
yet.
invented then. Okay, well tell me a little bit about this booth here at the Farmers Market. What all can we expect to find in the booth?
Oh, we have a lot of different farmers. You have Three Sisters Farms who are organic, they're 100% organic farms. You have people growing plants. We have pizza.
Well, what have you got in your booth?
Well, we have got our fresh lump crab cakes. We've got our she crab soup. We also make mumbo jumbo gumbo.
Well, wait a minute now. Is this under this lid? Is that Wanda Sue's crab macaroni and cheese?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Well, you know, the crowds have continued to get bigger because this market is so popular. So how do you know how much to prepare? Do you base it on the weather? I mean, the time of year?
That's a good question. That's a good question. All that comes into factor. When we first started, I made 8 gallons of soup and it was gone in about 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then we added our crab cakes and they were gone. So I kept raising the amount of par levels until I felt comfortable with it. And sometimes the crab is just simply hard to get.
Right.
So sometimes you run out and you don't mean to, but you know, really actually we're a lot busier when it's a rainy type weather because people can't go to the beach.
They don't have anything else to do.
Right.
Well, he has just been recently featured in Local Flair on a recipe all about crab. And you know what? I've been dying for you to come to Augusta. You've agreed to do it.
Yep.
So I'm going to see you in a couple of days and we're going to make 2 great recipes. So y'all come back with us after the break and we're going to get started on a Charleston crab dip.
Awesome. Thank you, Vera.
Welcome back, everybody, and if you're just joining me, I am with my very special guest today, Chef Hank Yaden from Beaufort, South Carolina, and we've been in Beaufort at the Farmers Market.
Yes.
That's actually where we met. I said, you've got to come to Augusta, so welcome to Augusta.
Thank you, Vera.
Welcome to my kitchen, and we are excited to make this yummy dish, so tell us about it.
Well, this is my famous Charleston crab dip that I've been making for over 25 years. And this came to us from Charleston. Okay. And today we're going to use some fresh lump crab meat. I
love it.
And you have helped me pick through to make sure there's no shells in there.
That's right.
Okay. And what we're going to do is we have it ready. We're going to add our mayonnaise. This is a very simplistic recipe, but delicious.
Okay, now what kind of mayonnaise have you got going on there?
I tell you what, I'm very partial to Duke's mayonnaise. That's all I use. Okay.
Well, you are a true Southerner.
True Southerner. Now we're going to give that a mix real quick. And if you will hand me the cheese.
Absolutely.
Okay,
You want me just to dump
that in there. That is regular. I like to try to use sharp cheddar if I can. Okay. Mix that in, and then
this
it gets
is absolutely
creamy very quickly. Now, if you will hand me my special seasonings. All right. Now this, folks, this is
the secret right
here. This is the secret, and I don't tell many people about it. This is Paul Prudhomme's Blackened Fish Magic, and it is that's plenty right there.
Okay.
I've been using it for years. It's very well balanced seasoning. You can blacken redfish with it, or you can blacken steaks, or you can use it in all kinds of recipes. It's a very good to
And
go.
I love the color, too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very well balanced.
You can Google this and get it on Amazon. You get it at Walmart.
Yeah, you can get it at Walmart. Okay. And now, the last but not least, my other secret ingredient. This is a lot of
this takes me so far back,
right.
Hank.
Yeah, this is a kind of old school. This is the creamy French dressing. Do you know that this dressing really doesn't come from France?
No kidding. Shocker.
There we go. Okay, we're going to mix that in.
Yeah.
All right, and then we want to let this set really for a couple hours, but what we're going to do is we're going to enjoy this right now. This is done.
Okay, well, but you know what? I want to talk to you a minute about this whole mail order thing while you fill this bowl up for me. You know, so we're doing this and everybody's getting hungry and you're thinking these ingredients are just so wonderful. But what if somebody wanted to order from you that lives in New York or Louisiana or some of these other places where the show airs?
They can. We can send you any of our products and we can ship them to you overnight or second day ground or second day air. It just really depends on your zip code. So the best thing to do is go to hankscrabsoup.com and fill out the form, and we'll get back to you. Give us your zip code, and we'll give you a quote right there. And it can be shipped fresh or frozen, because my she crab soup actually can be frozen and it comes right back to its original beautiful soupy structure color.
And you know, Hank, one of the things that you said, we've got so much to talk about, is the fact that I was in the mail order business for so many years, and people think frozen is a bad word.
Right.
The freezer is not good, or it will ruin the quality.
Right.
And you know, I've had these things fresh off the griddle right there in Beaufort, South Carolina, but we've also gotten it through the mail.
Right.
So it is amazing, incredible. So we got another great recipe coming up, but before that, in Vera's Corner today, I'm going to give you some ideas about making a biscuit bowl for dessert.
Awesome.
And then we're going to get started on his now famous crab cake, which is how he baited me to get to his booth. Okay, so come back with us in just a few minutes.
All right.
I love using biscuits in dessert presentations, and today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to take your favorite refrigerator biscuits and turn them into a beautiful biscuit bowl. First, flip over a muffin tin and grease the bottom of the cups. Open up your can of regular biscuits. Place the biscuits on top of the greased muffin cups, then press the dough around the cup to form a bowl shape. Bake at the temperature on the biscuit packaging for about 14 minutes. Allow to cool for a few minutes, then remove from the pan. Cool completely before using. Fill the cavity with whipped cream and fresh strawberries for an easy strawberry shortcake. This biscuit can also be used for several other types of applications. Create a breakfast biscuit bowl with grits, bacon, cheese, and avocado. When the weather turns cooler, fill your biscuit bowl with chili for the perfect soup container, like a bread bowl, but better. The biscuit bowl can also make a great buttery base for an ice cream sundae in the warmer months. With so many applications, you can make these cute biscuit bowls all year long. Be sure to get your young ones involved too. Enjoy, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, and things are smelling really good in here.
They are.
I mean, this is quite a crabby episode, right?
We're very crabby people. Yes.
Vera's Corner today, I showed you how to make a biscuit bowl, so I want you to maybe try that. But now this is how the two of us met.
Right.
Was at the farmer's market, and these things were cooking, and the line, if I didn't want one so bad, the line was a mile long.
It was.
So
We were very big.
walk us through.
So
the
here
now
we go.
famous.
Again, we've got our fresh lump crab meat, and I'm just going to break it up.
beautiful.
We've already picked through, make sure the shells aren't in there. Sometimes they're hard to see, but it looks pretty clean to me. How about you, Vera? What do you think?
I think
All
it's
right.
ready.
And we're going to add our ingredients, okay?
Okay.
We're going to add the, this is our scallion, okay? Then we're going to add some fresh chopped parsley. Now this is Italian parsley. I had it flown in from Italy. Or you can use curly parsley. And this is just Old Bay, okay? And you know, you put less is more. You want to taste the crab meat, okay? You don't want to take away from
And that's what I loved about these, honey.
Right, we don't overpower them, we don't over season them, okay? A little dry mustard,
Okay.
all right? And then let's do our lemon juice, freshly squeezed. And then for a little kick, we put in a little jalapeno. Now I took out the seeds, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely, okay.
Just so you know they're not
I'm
too hot.
liking it.
And you guys like it spicy, let's do it all, okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Please notice that there is no breading.
there's no bread, no breadcrumbs, no bread in these cakes. And it's because of what Vera is doing right now is we're gonna get ready to bind this together with some fresh eggs. And again, we go with Duke's mayonnaise, and that's gonna be our binder. All right, so she's pouring that in there, and she's gonna stir that.
Stir that together.
And now, when you're cooking this and ready for your dinner party or your party, before you cook these, make sure you add this last just before you incorporate it into the crab meat.
Good to know.
Okay. Because what happens? Yes, pour that right in, because it will fall. What I mean fall is the eggs will not have their binding and rising power after a while.
Do you ever get your hands in there, Hank?
Yes, I do.
He probably wants to do that right now.
I want to do that right now. Okay, so we're mixing it. So now we're ready to go.
Griddle.
Now, of course, the recipe calls for oil. You can use oil, but what's better than oil, Vera?
Butter.
Butter. Okay.
I knew that answer.
So here we go. So I just take my stick of butter and just wave it in there. Okay, it doesn't take a
My
lot.
grandmother used to do that. She used to hold on to the wrapper.
Exactly. That's all we need. All right, and then this is a
I'm going to
cup.
turn this down
All
just
right.
a little bit.
Turn it down. This is 1 cup. 1 cup, 8 ounces of fun. And so we take that pat, and there's our first
Now,
cake.
have you ever, I mean, it is a mile-high crab cake.
Look at that. Okay. Oh, I can smell it. Can you smell it?
Okay, so when you go to the farmer's market, and we've kind of traveled you through this whole thing. I mean, the mile-long line.
Yeah.
And even in the dead of summer when it's like 100 degrees, people will not leave that line.
Yeah, we are blessed, and it's because of the fresh crab meat. We try to be fair in our pricing.
And you are, and
yeah.
it's a meal in itself. But all of this has prompted you to decide to go and do a restaurant. So tell us about that.
Yes, we are opening up. It's going to be our first restaurant in Beaufort, and it is going to be in Uptown Beaufort at a town center. And we hope to be open November, mid-November, close to Thanksgiving.
Oh man, right around the corner. Well, and just all of these things that we're making today, like I'm sure you'll have the crab dip as an appetizer. One of the other dishes that I love is the mac and cheese.
The crab macaroni and cheese, we'll have that. We'll also have my mumbo jumbo gumbo, which is it's hard to say 5 times fast. And also we're going to have some chicken on the menu, some free-range chicken. Everything is going to be used from the farmer's market.
Okay, now back over here real quick because we got to go to break. But you don't want to flip these until they're good and brown. So we're going to do that in just a few minutes.
I'm going to
break.
raise the heat a little bit now. Okay.
Okay.
And just when you think you want to flip them, don't flip them. You want to get that golden brown crust locked in, and then you'll be able to roll them over so that they don't fall apart.
We're going to go to break and do that, and y'all will get to see. So come back with us because we're going to present everything and learn a little bit more about Hank's story. So come back. That looks amazing.
There you go.
Okay, so you were busy during the break. Tell us.
I was flipping the crab cakes, okay, to get them nice and golden brown, and that's leaving them on the skillet or the non-stick pan for about 8 minutes before you flip it.
Well, and you said if you think it's time to flip them, don't flip them.
Don't flip them, okay, because they need to get golden brown so that they can hold because there's no bread or binder in them.
Well, and the other thing that you said that I thought was important was, we all think you're supposed to grease the pan and you use oil or pan spray, and you wanted to use the butter. And what I'm tasting, and we couldn't wait, so we were all sneaking and getting a taste, during the break. But all I could taste was the brown butter.
The brown butter.
So good.
It is, and it adds flavor. I use salted butter also.
It's so crispy on the top, and because this crab cake is all crab basically, with just some seasoning, it's amazing.
Right.
So tell us about how you get the crab meat ready to go in this crab cake.
Well, again, we take all of our crabs, they're males and females, they're mixed together, doesn't matter, use them both. We boil them in a rolling boiling pot for about 30 seconds to a minute. Strain them, let them cool, let them air, okay, to cool off, and then we pick the meat, we pick the claws and the back fin crab meat, and that's it. And so we do this tediously. It takes a long time, and a lot of times we have to get it from outside sources locally to get our crab meat.
Well, and people wonder why crab meat is so expensive. It's just the process of catching them. And I do this from the end of my dock with my grandchildren. And it's a process. It's something that's part of the Low Country. And the fact that your crab cakes are so authentically crab, and there's no substitute for that.
That's correct.
There was no breading in this crab cake.
No bread.
It is amazing.
And it takes, every crab yields an ounce of meat. That's it.
Well,
so
you have
it's a lot of picking.
So generous with the giveaway. Tell us what the giveaway is going to be today.
Yes, we are giving away a quart of she crab soup from my own recipe and 4 of these jumbo lump crab cakes.
Well, and you know, as he said, we ship everywhere. So what we want you to do is go to our Facebook and Instagram pages. We want you to follow the directions to enter the contest, and we will have 5 winners. And I'm telling you, say I'm wrong, but it's going to be the best crab cake you ever ate.
Absolutely.
And the soup is out of this world.
Thank you.
Completely amazing. Well, Hank, you have been a fantastic guest.
Thank you, Vera.
That he reminds me of Ernest Hemingway. He's like the salt of the earth as a character. I've enjoyed getting to know you, and you know, just how people come together to me is amazing. And that environment in Beaufort at the farmers market was just such a terrific experience. It's still a terrific experience.
We love it.
So today, I'm going to let some of the campers from Beaufort Academy help me say, no matter what you do
it in good taste.
Come back with us next week.
Thank you.
To see what's cooking with the VeryVera Show, follow us on Facebook and Instagram and on Cottage Ketchup.